Good evening, you're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos sends a written message to His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, King of Bahrain. On behalf of His Majesty the Sultan, His Highness Zayed Fahad bin Mahmoud Al Zayed arrives in Manama, leading the Sultan's delegation to the 37th GCC Leaders Summit. The Sultanate affirms its support for the success of all efforts aimed at strengthening GCC March and achieving ambitions of the present and successive generations. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has sent a written message to His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa of Bahrain related to the strong bilateral and historical relations binding the two countries and nations and ways of enhancing them in all aspects, in addition to issues of common concern. The message also comprised His Majesty the Sultan's wishes of success to the 37th GCC Summit hosted by Bahrain today and tomorrow. The message was handed over by His Excellency Yusuf bin Alawi bin Abdullah, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, when the King of Bahrain received him in Al Safriya Palace. His Excellency conveyed greetings of His Majesty the Sultan to the King of Bahrain, along with his best wishes of further progress and prosperity to the Kingdom of Bahrain. On his turn, the King asked the Minister to convey his greetings to His Majesty the Sultan, along with his best wishes for further progress and prosperity to the Omani people. His Highness Zayed Fahad bin Mahmoud Al Zayed, Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers, arrived in Manama today to lead the Sultan's delegation on behalf of His Majesty the Sultan in the 37th GCC Leaders Summit, which will start tonight and will last for 2 days. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa of Bahrain received His Highness Zayed Fahad upon his arrival at Sheikh Air Base. He was also received by His Royal Highness Prince Khalifa bin Salman Al Khalifa, Prime Minister, His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, Heir Apparent of Bahrain, His Excellency Dr. Abdul Latif bin Rashid Al Zayani, GCC Secretary General, His Excellency Sheikh Khalid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, Deputy Prime Minister, Head of the Mission of Honor, accompanying His Highness Zayed Fahad, senior officials at the government of the Kingdom of Bahrain, His Excellency Abdullah bin Rashid Al Midalwi, Sultan's ambassador to the Kingdom of Bahrain, and members of the Sultan's embassy in Bahrain. Upon his arrival, His Highness gave a press statement in which he said it gives him an honor to take part on behalf of His Majesty the Sultan to lead the Sultan's delegation in the 37th GCC Leaders Summit held in Bahrain and convey greetings of His Majesty to the GCC leaders and their representatives, along with best wishes of success for the conference to achieve prospective goals. The GCC March has witnessed over the past decades positive achievements in several domains, thanks to the wisdoms of the GCC leaders in enhancing mechanism of the joint action for interest of all citizens. The Sultanate of Oman, its leaders and the people renew their full support for the success of all efforts targeting and support of the GCC March to achieve ambitions of the present and successive generations, praying to Allah the Almighty to grant these meetings success to realize joint supreme interest. While the Sultanate expresses its utmost appreciation to the Kingdom of Bahrain for its wise leadership, it hails its good endeavors in supporting the GCC understanding and cooperation, praying to the Almighty to bestow further progress and welfare on the brotherly Bahraini people and all GCC people. Zayed Fahad is accompanied by an official delegation comprising His Excellency Yusuf bin Alawi bin Abdullah, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, His Excellency Dr. Mohammed bin Hamad Al Rumhi, Minister of Oil and Gas, His Excellency Dr. Fuad bin Jafar Al Sijwani, Minister of Agriculture and Fisheries, and other government officials. His Highness Zayed Fahad bin Mahmoud Al Saeed, Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers, left today for the Kingdom of Bahrain, leading the Sultan delegation to the 37th Gulf Cooperation Council Leaders Summit. His Highness was seen off at the Royal Airport by His Excellency Dr. Ali bin Masood Al Sunaidi, Minister of Commerce and Industry, His Excellency Sheikh bin Mohammed bin Saif Al Shabibi, Minister of Housing, His Excellency Sheikh Al Fadl bin Mohammed bin Ahmed Al Harthi, Secretary General of the Council of Ministers, His Excellency Dr. Ahmed bin Mohammed bin Salim Al Futaisi, Minister of Transport and Communications, His Excellency Sheikh Khalid bin Omar bin Saeed Al Marhoon, Minister of Civil Service, His Excellency Sayyid Saud bin Hilal bin Hamad Al Busaidi, Minister of State and Governor of Muscat, and Charge d'Affaires of the Bahraini Embassy. More than 350 journalists and media personnel representing news agencies, newspapers, radio and TV channels from different Gulf and Arab and foreign countries gathered in the media center, which was opened ahead of the 37th GCC Leaders Summit in Manama. The center is well equipped with the latest broadcast and transmission techniques needed by the media personnel to cover and convey activities of the summit. An exhibition is also held on the sidelines of the opening of the center, consisting of pavilions allocated for each country, which include publications, books and documentaries that showcase the GCC March. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has sent a cable of greetings to the President-elect of Gambia, His Excellency President Adama Barrow. His Majesty the Sultan has sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Shavkat Mirziyoyev of Uzbekistan on the occasion of him being elected as President of the Republic. Oman Qaboos electronic website launched the GCC Leaders Initiative in its 4th edition this year. The website included a documentation of the March of the GCC leaders, including links of their Majesties and Highnesses, biographies and details on the Secretary General of the Council, the role of the Secretariat General, foremost decision of the Council, in addition to its recommendations and joint economic projects. The inauguration ceremony was presided over by His Excellency Ahmed bin Nasser Al Mahrazi, Minister of Tourism. His Excellency Sayyid Khalid bin Hilal Al Busaidi, Minister of the Diwan of Royal Court and Chairman of the Civil Service Council, today issued a decision stating that Monday, 12th Rabi al-Awwal, 1438 Hijri, corresponding to 12th December 2016, will be an official leave for employees of the ministries, public authorities and other departments of the state administrative apparatus on the occasion of the Holy Prophet's birthday, peace be upon him. His Excellency Shah Abdullah bin Nasser al-Bakri, Minister of Manpower, also issued a ministerial decision stating that 12th Rabi al-Awwal 1438 Hijri, corresponding to 12th December 2016, Monday, will be an official leave for private sector companies and establishments on the occasion of the Holy Prophet's birthday. Council of Oman draft law awaits to be forwarded from the government to the State and Shura Council. This came during the first dialogue session held under the theme, The Legislative Cycle of Council of Oman's Laws. After the step, the draft law should be sent to His Majesty the Sultan. Same as other previous laws, it also shed light on the articles of the state's basic statute with regard to legislative cycle of laws. The dialogue session will also be called for establishment of constitutional court to complete the constitutional establishment in the Sultanate. Still to come in our news bulletin. The Royal Army of Oman held a ceremony to mark the graduation of cadet and officers at the Sultan Qaboos Military College. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. His Highness Zayed bin Tariq Al Zayed, Minister of Heritage and Culture, received in his office today His Excellency Gok Sang, Minister of the Prime Minister's Office, Second Minister of Foreign Affairs and Trade of Brunei Jerusalem, and Dr. Mohammed Yasmin Umar, Minister of Energy and Industry at the Prime Minister's Office. They reviewed the strong friendship between the two countries and means of promoting cooperation in the fields of heritage and culture between them. The second business meeting of the Oman-Brunei Joint Committee for Energy continued under the title Enhancing Industrial Cooperation to Achieve Economic and Development Growth. The meeting, which was organized by the Ministry of Oil and Gas, included a number of work papers, mainly the role of Al-Raft Fund in support of small and medium-sized enterprises. A number of businessmen presented their investment experiences in the Sultanate, in addition to renew business and investment horizons in Brunei through a number of companies in Brunei and mechanisms to develop partnership between both sides. A delegation of the Omani-Brunei Joint Committee for Energy today visited Majesty Industrial Services and Oman Oil Refineries and Petroleum Industries Company, ORPEC. The Chief Executive Officer of Majesty Industrial Services highlighted the company's role in providing sustainable eco-water solutions for subscribers at Sohar Port and the Free Zone. On their visit to the ORPEC, the CEO reviewed the company's investment projects represented in Sohar Refinery Improvements Projects, Muscat Sohar Pipeline Project and Liwa Plastic Industries Complex, in addition to promising investment opportunities at these projects and job opportunities. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, heir apparent of Abu Dhabi, held deep-rooted Omani-UAE relations. In a statement cited by Emirates news agency, he affirmed that the relations between the two brotherly countries are fraternal, historic and deep-rooted, as well as such relations are bound by firm joint cooperation between the two countries. He further values feelings of joy and celebrations shown by citizens in the Sultanate of Oman and the national and official levels, as well as sharing with them their national celebrations on the occasion of the 45th National Day. The Sultan's embassy in Abu Dhabi celebrated the 45th National Day on the United Arab Emirates with the participation of citizens from both brotherly countries. The ceremony included Omani folk and traditional art and poems, which portrayed the strong relations between the two countries. The Royal Army of Oman celebrated the graduation of 2 rounds of cadets and university officers at Sultan Qaboos Military College. The graduation ceremony was presided over by His Excellency Dr. Ahmed bin Mohammed Al Saidi, Minister of Health. The graduates performed a military parade that showed their military capabilities. They also performed the allegiance oath and chanted thrice of life of His Majesty the Sultan. This is the Sultanate of Oman Television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos sends a written message to His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, King of Bahrain. On behalf of His Majesty the Sultan, His Highness Zayed Fahad bin Mahmoud Al Zayed arrives in Manama, leading the Sultan's delegation to the 37th GCC Leaders Summit. The Sultanate affirms its support for the success of all efforts aimed at strengthening GCC March and achieving ambitions of present and successive generations. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the studios and the newsroom, it's good night.